And a very good afternoon from Lautoka's Churchill Park here in Fiji as we look across the hills, across again in Vitongo, and the clouds just covering the pine forests up in the hills there in Lautoka here. The clouds, well, maybe later on this afternoon we may expect rain, but here a beautiful afternoon again here in Lautoka's Churchill Park, and the match between Nadi side against the AS Dragon side. Formality as far as this particular match is concerned, but and it's coming to you with the compliments with Courts, Sportswell, and Vodafone here. The AS Dragon side, the reserves, a lot of new faces that will be featuring in the lineup also this afternoon, also for the Nadi side. The Fair Play boys, the flag bearers of the Fair Play, and the kick dangy out that has been prominent here in this tournament so far. We're coming into the second last day here in Lautoka's Churchill Park, and an interesting afternoon.
Yeah, thank you very much, Raymond. Let's have a look at the promos for the two teams in front of us here this afternoon.
Yes, and certainly welcome back again here. As I said, a beautiful afternoon. Not so much crowd here on a Monday afternoon here in Lautoka City, the Sugar City, and few officials there. The referees, assessor here also with us here, and as I said, a very small crowd. But these two matches here, as far as these two teams are concerned, Nadi are coming back into this, and as the teams are getting ready to come out onto the field, and the Fair Play flags are all being hoisted to be led out by the match referee and the coordinator, Michael Song from Korea.
Yeah, very interesting. These two teams are dead rubber, but they will be fighting it out for the bragging rights because they do not want to finish at the bottom of the pool.
Yeah, there's certainly some other things that are attached to the bottom of the pool, whereby the lowest team will go back into the playoffs, like QEFC came through that playoff, and the AS Dragon captain, the goalkeeper, Mikhail Roche, leading their seed team out. And the Nadi side this afternoon certainly got quite a few new faces. Verity Dixon getting his first, that's him on the picture. Vunidi Tikomai Merke, and probably has a cut on the head. This Mikhail Roche does the honors in meeting his opposition team.
Team conducts the baptism fair play. Let's go through the team lineups once again. For Team A, Nadi Vodafone Supplemental AFC, team are as follows. Number 1, Verity Dixon, goalkeeper.
And
Number 2, Malake Rakula.
it'll be a great experience for the Nadi side, who really have been kind of disappointing also as far as Fiji's perspective is concerned here. 2 matches, 2 red cards, and our match officials, Matt Conga, the senior referee here this weekend, over the week from New Zealand, and Rule on the lines, and Chilia from Vanuatu. Milan, the 4th official. The official photographs are taken of the AS Dragon side and the Nadi side. And it certainly will be earlier on, you saw all the Oceania officials having a photograph. That certainly will be a big memory for them. And Ashley Lee, that you'll see in the lineup that's coming up shortly, is Vunidi Tikomai Merke is the captain today. Well, big move for Nadi and giving Vunidi the captain here this afternoon.
Follows in the footsteps of his dad, Kini Tumbi.
Certainly, Kini Tumbi, a national team defender for football and also a rugby player as a halfback. And the son continuing their legacy. It is. Yesterday we saw the rain coming down as we look at the upcoming matches. That's tomorrow, QFC against Solomon Warriors, which will be just a formality, and a Group B match, Amical versus Auckland City later on this afternoon. And that's how the pool standings are looking.
Bar the first team to qualify for the Champions League semi-final this season.
Yep. The Nadi side, Ashley Lee from New Zealand, Auckland, but has origins from Fiji in the lineup. That's the formation the Nadi side will start off here. AS Dragon, that's their formation that they're going to start off here.
Thank you.
So, Verity Dixon getting his first game. The referee signals the kickoff. Edison Lamaray. Nadi Shafim Butt also getting his first starting lineup for the Nadi side here this afternoon. So Nadi Malakai Rakula was also getting his first Champion League experience here. And they've got the combination up front of Rusiade Mararanga and Napoleon Ingase Vakatini. And Stevie Chongwei. Pierre Kyungon. And Mikael Roche will start things for the AS Dragon side. And Sylvian Braglia. Yannick Vero and Rainui Rua to Stevie Chongwei. Chongwei not able to get to it, and it's interesting about this AS Dragon side. They are only the only club in that has got a big complex. They have a tennis court, handball court, the sports that use there. And interesting too that they were saying they play most of their matches in the evening. So these players here, if you look in the find out a bit more about them, they are sort of, they give them a job and lodging. So our friend Arren Neda, and racing away the start, Verity Dixon with the first shot by Sylvian Gragrelia. And still AS Dragon starting the way they have done. Yannick Vero, Rainui Rua, Rainui with the chance, drives again. So early attack by them. The first attack by the AS Dragon side. So we have a look at it again. Sylvian came in with a shot, and Verity Dixon with a reflexive sort of save, but with his foot. The Dragon side, as I said, they give them a job. It's formed by the Chinese community in Tahiti. And you know, the interesting thing about their salaries in a month is 150,000 francs. That's about 1,500 US. Their rent is 60,000. So it takes a fair bit. So that's how expensive it is there in Tahiti. Yannick Vero looks for the switch. Vunidi Tukumai Merike. And in the way, Rainui Rua.
Yeah, it's amazing to see early stages. Dragon nothing to lose in this game, giving it their all and missing, already having 2 attempts at the Nandi goalmouth.
So Krishnasamy for the Nandi side. And Rusiade Madararenga racing away, just got married prior to the tournament start. Seade Madarenga, a youngster that played in the under-20 championships here, and they were runners-up to New Zealand. New Zealand qualified in the under-20 World Cup, but now they are into the Olympic side, the under-23 side for Fiji.
He also named in the senior national squad last year, and he's already featured for the national senior team 2 years ago. Still a student at that time in high school.
Here's Dragon, not a good one. Safim Baksh. Baksh for the Nadi side. Looking for support. Not good. There's Edson. To Pierre Hugon. Floated to Alvin Tehau. Alvin, but covered well by Nadi. Rakula. Chese. Safim Bucks for the Nadi side. Rusiate and Pierre Hugon. To go, his captain Mikhail Roche. Rainui Rua. Early stages of this game here this afternoon, on a very warm afternoon here in the Western Division of Fiji, and picked up easily by Vireti Dixon, who's come in the transfer window from the Northern Division side, Lambasa, back to, he was playing for the Nadi side before the transfer window that opened here in Fiji, then went back again.
It's amazing also to see A.S. Piri from New Caledonia in the stands supporting the Tahitians.
Yeah, a lot of the players that are in the Espiri side were playing for the Dragon side, and they moved across also. So that's their transfer window dilemma also for the AS Dragon side. But certainly backed by a rich community in Tahiti is Napoleon Ngase Vakatini. Ngase turns and drives, and Michael Roche, a lovely take by him. Quickly getting it a way to get things started. Pierre Hugon. Again, they work their way, but a pass, not a poor one. Malakai Rakula. Matiasi Toma. And plays it like a hospital pass to Vireti Dixon. Dixon's clearance is not good. And it comes away, and Renuia, the mistake for Stevie Chong Wei, and intercepted on that occasion. Vireti. Matiasi Vunidi Tigomai Merike. Ilamotama, Radhamani McCoy, and reading it well, Ray Nui, and the AS Dragon side, they look good again, Ray Nui, Rua, Nadi, Safim Bucks, tidying things up, plays it on towards the far byline again, and covered by Victor Snow, Mikhail Roche, Efran Araneda, and the pass not good. Elimotama coming from an offside position to an onside to receive that. There's been a lot of expectations from these two sides prior to the tournament. Also, the AS Dragon side had the knowledge of people that knew about them. They were highly respected, and it's unfortunate that when we find out that quite a few of their players have gone to Pire.
It's also talking about Nadi. I think while criticisms can be leveled at their performance, etc., as the Ghasia Vakatini gets caught offside, but it's a big learning curve for this Nadi team, and Coach Kamal Swami himself knows maybe come next year, if they do feature in this Champions League, thanks to Bar, because two Fiji teams will be there next season, this Nadi team will be a different team to watch out for next year.
And Edison, Lemery, Sylvian, Gragalia. And nice timing it well as they covered Stevie Chong Wei. So they will restart with the corner kick. So look at it again, Stevie Chong Wei. Just enough distraction there to get it out. Efren Araneda. For the AS Dragon side. It's Nice to hear the Nadi dialect. Ngariania Koto, watch out. So played short, and Sylvian, they hustle for it as Nadi look to get it away. They do. Safim Bucks falls kindly for Rusiade, on to Napoleon in Gasevacatini. Gasevacatini working his way, he's got outside, but the pass, a poor pass, looking for his partner up front, Rusiade Madararenga. Didn't quite come the pass, but Safim Bucks for the Nandi side looks to try and flick it through. As the Dragon side look to play it long, Sylvian Gragarlea. Sylvian. That's a lovely, and falling through was Stevie Chongwei. Just couldn't quite keep it down as we have a look at it again. Sylvian working his way, squares it, and Stevie trying to lob it over rather than taking direct shot. So Verity Dixon for the Nandi side. Nandi look to come in deeper. They've had one chance, but the final pass from Gase not good. Vodafone Shop and Save sponsored Nandi side. So we've gone to the 10th minute mark, still 0-0. Gase shields. And played through by Ifran. Matiasi Toma keeping it in. And Alvin Tehau. Alvin leaves it for Edison. Alvin to Sylvian. Sylvian hustling away. Matiasi Toma. Pass. No, not a good one, but Rusiare losing it. Matiasi gets another chance. Safim Bucks looking for Napoleon Igasi to go for the run. Pierre Kugong. And Napoleon wins it. The referee says it's a foul. So look at it again as he raced away. Stretched out a bit far, too far. Napoleon Ingase Vakatini. Mikhail Roche. Now, also, I know looking at the complexes as they were telling me about in Dragon, they have a handball, and it's been a long time you hear about a handball that was in Maris Super Street here in Fiji. That's the only school that had a handball court, but that's big in also in Tahiti. Of course, canoeing is the biggest sports. Vunidi Tikomai America races away Mikhail Roche. Yeah, canoeing, they will be taking part in Hawaii shortly. They classed as the warriors there, the canoe guys. And you see some lovely tattoos of those canoeists as Sylvian. Sylvian with the cross, Krishna Snami, Shafim Bucks, Matiasi. And Shafim finds Ngase Vakatini for the Nandi side. Matiasi, Malakai Rakula. The Nandi side look to get away. Amani McCoy losing, but keeps his footing again. Ilumotama, the flags do go up. Vunidi, heavily strapped forehead. Referee saying cut out, Conga, from New Zealand. Pierre Kugong, Sylvian, and Toy Maroi. Maroi just couldn't, and they flags go up after he touches.
Yeah, we see this very professional level of assistant referees that we've had, that they do not put the flag straight up, because once if you haven't touched the ball, you still haven't been ruled offside, and you see the replay coming
Replay
in.
again. Rossi looking back to say he's surprised, but yeah, that is the rule. As Ifran for the Dragon side, a good one, and Alvin Tihao just couldn't get that final touch.
The Tehao brothers in this team, there's a few of them, but Alvin is the only one in the starting team this afternoon.
He was playing earlier in the tournament, the Tejao brothers. They stayed back, they didn't go to Espire. And Mikel Roche. Nandi, Safim. Collects it again. Shielded by Tama. Shafim. Rakula. Malakai Rakula. Couldn't quite work it through. Toya Maroi. And final pass by Sylvian, not good. Ashley Lee. Brought up in New Zealand, but has come to play here in Fiji. His dad originally had a restaurant in Fiji. As Krishna Sami, a nice little chip kick. Victor Snow covers Snow. Yannick Vero looks for that long switch. The flags do stay down. Sylvian does well. Sylvian for the AS Dragon side with the shot. Comes back, still they have possession. Edison comes on the overlap. But Gase coming way back in defense to help out his defenders for the Nadi side. And Efran opts to play it back to his captain. Victor Snow pushing forward. Yannick Vero, as Rayanui had gone on the overlap. Rayanui, and across the face of the Nandi goalmouth, Victor Veretti Dixon just watched it go across. He was surprised also when that cross came in. So Nandi will start as we have a look at it again. Rayanui coming across and no orange jerseys there. So Nandi look to try and get it out. They shield. Sylvian hustling in the way. Sylvian's been in quite a few in this early stages that we've gone a third of the way, and has been into the thick of things out here, using the flank on the broadcast side to advance the left midfield side for the AS Dragon side. As Victor Snow. Carl Roche. Looking for their options. Ashley Lee mistimes it though, but it comes kindly for the Nandi side. They look to get it away, but giving possession away. It'll be interesting to know the stats of the amount of mistakes these sides in this tournament have made. And the shot and a defensive blunder by Matiasi, and following through was Stevie Chongwei. So look at it again. Matiasi, and the shot hits the post to go out. Simple mistakes in defense at this level, certainly not expected of these teams here.
Yeah, well, Matiasi Toma is one of the Fiji under-20 players preparing for the World Cup playoffs, and definitely this will give him some experience playing against the likes of Alvin Tahoe up front, and also Yannick Vero, because he will come up against some pretty hard attackers.
Yes, with the with New Zealand hosting the under-20 World Cup, the Pacific Island teams have the best chance to qualify for a World Cup. Let's look at the jersey pulling on the far side by Toeroy Maroi and Selvian. And with that chance that they broke through, but Veretti Dixon did well. Victor Snow, Edison. Front. And not a good pass by him. Matiasi, Ashley Lee. Pulled offside. As the Dragon coach goes out. I think concerns would be the amount of chances that they have missed in front of the goal, as we look at another one here from Sylvian.
He went for power instead of precision there.
That's right, and they've created that those sort of chances early in this game also. Krishnasamy mistimes it. Matiasi, Toma, Ifran. You see the Tahitian side using it from the middle of the park across onto the flanks. Rayanui Rua. His shot again, Stevie Chong Wei. Still the hustle for it, keeping possession. And floated loose, Sylvian. Ashley Lee clears. And a foul on Safim Baksh. Gase Bunidi. The flags do stay down, but out comes Mikhail Roche. His last line of defense was not there, so he had to come out like a defender. Shafim Baksh. The kick comes off Ifran. On to the 20th minute mark here. The two sides still, when you look at it, possession-wise, the AS Dragon side have created more chances in front of the goal than the Nadi side. Nadi looking for speed up front.
Yeah, the other player we haven't seen well, unfortunately, Munit Krishna was ruled out of the Nadi midfield. William Valentine in the squad, but I believe he's carrying a slight injury. Another player ruled out of this tournament.
A bit of discipline factor also prior to the last league game.
Yeah, Shafim Baksh was included in the discipline factor as well. Easy featuring.
And Veretti Dixon. For Krishnasamy. He's been away from football for quite some time after he came back from New Zealand. Auckland playing football there, then hassle of his which they have in the transfer window, the money that's owed, and finally got sorted out prior to this tournament. So coming back into the game after almost a lapse of a year, Krishnasamy himself is Amani McCoy, goes across, and Rusiate Madurarenga, and an open goal mouth, he misses. What more do you want?
Yeah, that wraps up the situation for Neni in this tournament. Once again, as we see the ball come in for Rusiate Maturanga, all he needed to do was turn around, just tap it.
Tap it in, and he wanted to put power in that shot.
Yeah, that's the second one he's missed. Remember the one against Amikal where he hit the open goal and shot
over the crossbar. Well, as a striker, that is a poor finishing. Matiasi Thomas, pass, not a good one. Dragon, Edison. Dragon, Sylvian, Ashley Lee covers, Rusiate Mararenga not able to control, loses possession. Mikhail Roche. And what more can you get from those chances?
Yeah, Arvind Pratap, number 3, or Rahul Krishna, sorry, Arvind Pratap is this.
Yep.
About to come into the field of play for Nandi on the sidelines. He's getting ready.
The assistant coach taking over today.
Yeah, interesting. And looks like Malakai Rakula. Well, let's see.
Next up, change.
So it's an early change for the jet setters as they're known. Still nil all. As the AS Dragon side, Krishnasamy. And the pass is not going good for them. Malakai Rakula, rather, Rusiadim Malakai Rakula. Safim Baks. So the substitution to take place. Arvind Pratap.
Malakai Rakula for Nadi Vodafone Championship FC to replace the player number 10, Arvind Pratap.
And there's a water break coming up for a minute as the referee signals for the players to go to the sidelines, receive some water. As we see, Arvind Pratap has played for Suva, Nasinu, Navua, and moved across to Nadi in the local football fraternity here in Fiji. As we see the next game, Amikal fans already making their way to the grandstand here, getting ready for the big one. Amikal versus Auckland City at 4 p.m. local time.
Well, that's the one that decides who will feature against the bar side. So it's a water break here. It's pretty warm for quite a few of the Pacific Islanders, including the Fiji boys themselves. They get a towel across, and certainly a lot of fluid needed. As we see the coach back in giving instruction, Kamal Swami.
Assistant coach, hands on the hips, getting ready to maybe give his 2 cents worth as well. Comes back to the bench. But the other thing, Raymond, I'd like to raise is if Kamal has coached the team, I would rather have him as coach for the entire duration. As we see Bar with Master Yogen Dutt having the final say and the full say. And that's the same thing with Ramon Tribulich from Auckland City. So one coach does make a big difference, because particularly with the Pacific players, that if you talk to the players, more than one coach makes them lose concentration on the field.
So the water break's over. A minute water break. Bib, and they want the bibs to be worn when they go out. Some of the officials. So we'll restart. With the AS Dragon side, Ray Nui Rua. Cross again, Ray Nui, they're working on that far side, and to an empty grandstand also on that far side. The crowds have not been as big as they would have expected here in this tournament so far. AS Dragon. For Edison, no. Stevie Chong Wei come to the broadcast side again, from the right side. Efren and Pierre Kugong. Offside. We'll see quite a fair bit of offside in this game also, with the AS Dragon side using that tactic. Also now we see Nadi too trying out those options. Mani Makoya, poor passes, loses possession as the AS Dragon side work their way, pulled back on again Yannick Vero, Veretti Dixon tapping it away. It came off AS Dragon player in the last moment. No, Alvin Chehau, so it did come off Veretti Dixon as we have a look at it again. Veretti tapping it down. And off Ashley Lee as the final touch. So Ifran Araneda. A good one, looking for Renui. Gase, Rusiate, and Napoleon Ingase. Wakatini gives away a free kick. The Nadi bench. And Victor Snow. So we have a look at it again. That foul by Napoleon Ingase Wakatini. Dragon Sylvian has gone to the far side with that cross. Krishnasamy with the clearance for the Nadi side. Beer Kugon. will start things again. Finding Alvin Tehau. Yannick Verov. Stevie Chongwei. Yannick Verov. Matiasi Toma. Kabas. Arvin Parchak. And it's still the AS Dragon side. And Dragon keep the pressure though. Sylvian with Vunidi Tikomai Merike. Merike's clearance, and Nadi don't have a left side midfielder there for support as the Dragon side bring it in, but the pass not a good one. Elimo Dragon gets back possession. Ephraim to Sylvian. Sylvian for the AS Dragon side, a good cross, a right foot cross, and not good though the final cross, as I thought it was going to look good if it did swing in, but he did turn away well. The switching position, you see Stevie Chongwei coming to the left side of attack for the AS Dragon side, and Sylvian's gone to the right side. And when you look at the Fiji style of play, we see very little of this swapping up front in from position. If you're a right striker, you stick to your right striker. That's the way they play. But here we've seen that's the sort of pattern that a lot of teams use, including Auckland City. And you'll see that in that Amical game later on this afternoon, scheduled for 4 o'clock, the Amical side.
Yeah, and Amical as well, with the likes of Colin Marshall and the Serbian players. They do switch around amongst themselves. And I think that's the way for modern football if you're looking at English Premier Leagues and the Champion Leagues. So that's where the Fiji teams will have to work on that. And we saw Bar do that yesterday as well with the switching.
Retty Dixon. Krishna Sami. For the Nadi side, Ilimota Machese. Looks for the switch, and Gase to Arvind Partap. Arvind Shafim, the final pass not good. AS Dragon, and Shafim does well to win it, and this time tries a shot also too, as goes away. Rainui, Sylvian, and Mani McCoy bringing them away for the Nandi side. This time a better looking cross, finding Ngase Vakatini to Arvin Partap to Rusiate, and again Rusiate overruns it. So Mikael, as we look at it again, Arvin Partap and Rusiate, poor ball control. Edison for the AS Dragon side. Stevie Chongwei. Edison. Stevie pulling it. Touch Masiatis Toma. We saw Bar play some of the under 20 players also that are in the national team.
And what a talent we have, Sola Wanga.
Yeah, tall, 6 foot plus, and
he's the under 20 player. He'll be very interesting to watch in May.
Ngase Vakatini. Chese, a lovely through pass on to Vunidi, but timing tackle by Pierre Kyugong, and Kyugong gets them away. And Sola, we're talking about Sola Wanga. His uncle was a striker for the Bar side. He's playing in Australia now. Sola Wanga Nidakau. He had a nickname, the uncle, but coming into his fold in the strike post position, Ilimota Machese, and just overrunning it. Michelle shakes hands.
Mikel Roche is the player who played goalkeeper for the Tahiti national team in that Confederations Cup.
In Brazil last year, and with the World Cup coming around in June, closest of the Oceania region participation would be, although they're in the Asian League, is Australia. as they play through again, and Teharu, oh, a lovely goal by Alvin Tehau in the 31st minute. It's the Nadi defense that let them down. Have a look at it. Came through from Vero, and Alvin timing it. Verity Dixon just couldn't manage. He got a fingertip to it, and the AS Dragon side will be happy with that 1-0 lead into this game now. So Nandi in the front of us is striker Rusia de Madurenga's lost a lot of chances, given away a lot of chances here this afternoon. So Pierre Kyogong, Edison, Le Marie, Arvin Pratap almost intercepting, but it's a Dragon side now that they've got that 1-0 lead. Sylvian Graglia, as Sylvian works his way in, lovely play, but a lovely tackle by Krishna Sami, also rather Amani McCoy timing it. So Efran going across to take the corner. It's interesting, this Nadi side, you'd think they would have some purpose in this game also, because the way they wasted up front possession that in front of the goal, and the header by a Nadi player. Mani Mokoi heading it out of play to at least go out of this tournament with a win, rather than being the wooden spoon holder in this pool. Another drive, and Pierre Kyogon shot at an easy flight of the ball to his feet though, and the shot not as good, but the Nandi defenders again ball watching. Yannick Vero, goal scorer Alvin Tehau, Yannick, Harrison, and taken away by Safim Bat. Safim to Ngase Vakatini. Bit slow, and Victor Snow gets it away. Alvin. And they race away to Mani McCoy. Victor Snow goes across to cover. Bunidi, captain for the Nandi side. Bunidi, played back, still Bunidi, and they're doing just enough to cut them short, and he's left a vacuum on that side. Sylvian to Tehau, the flag stay down. Verity Dixon sliding, and Krishna Sami covers for the Nandi side. Looks for the long switch. Gracias header, not good. Victor Snow, Rainui Rua, and to Efren and Sylvian. Sylvian comes to try and dip it through. We've gone to the 35th minute mark here into this game, and as the scoreboard shows it all, Dragon leading the Nandi side from Fiji, Dragon from Tahiti.
It will be very interesting as well. Those 50-50 balls, in particular in defense for Dragon, they have won those 50-50 balls. And the ones that have fallen to Nandi, as we see Rusi again kicks the ball out in frustration. The ones that Nandi have had to finish off, they have missed, and Dragon have taken their opportunity, 1 out of the 5, and they have put it away.
Looking at it from that point of view, the ball control up front for the Nandi side has been poor, and they looked as if they have not stretched well. The pass by Vunidi, not good. Ilimota Matese fouls Victor Snow. Kel Roche will start things. Decide to start it short. Victor Snow. Sylvian. Sylvian looks for the fine, gets it on for Stevie Chong Wei. Chong Wei looks for the 1-2, Efren, but the referee played the advantage, then pulled it back later when the advantage was of no advantage to them for the free kick for that infringement. So have a look at that again. Foul by Matiasi Toma. Efrain Araneda. Nadi getting a three-man wall, and Ephraim to do the honors. And Ephraim the chip, looking for the corner kick as it Alvin Partap covers for the Nadi side. Krishnasamy. Yannick Vero. Stevie Chongwei. Safim. For Ngase. Napoleon Ngase races away from Pierre. And it just couldn't control it again. Look at the final touches have been poor up front. The two strikers for the Nandi side this afternoon.
Yeah, the final touches have not been what we've known them to be. And it's amazing. It's about over a year now that these two players haven't come back into the form that they were early part of 2013.
Their fire slowly has been doused down. Not by water, not by the flooding though, but it's themselves. Unidi. Amani McCoy. Still Amani McCoy looking to get that final pass, hustling for it. As the AS Dragon side, they come away, a lot of room to move. Yannick Vero, Sylvian. Sylvian cuts it and curls. Verity Dixon with the save. And we can see now that the midfield for the Nandi side really are not coordinating from, as we look at them across field. No runners and supporters to come fall through. And Ilumo Tamachese has gone from central midfield down to the sweeper's position as Verity Dixon to start things again. Cross. And a foul on Ngase Vakatini. Ilmotama Chese coming up for the Nandi side, and Ilmo touch a Nandi player on its way out of Ashley Lee. Wasn't involved in the earlier games. They said he was sick. As Krishnasamy to Rusiate. Rusiate again, frustration as he loses possession again. AS Dragon side. Stevie Chongwei. They will have the option across Yannick Vero. And Yannick Vero does what Rusiate Matarurenga had done in the first half, earlier in the first half for the Nandi side.
Yeah, again, Yannick Vero, perfect chance to make it 2-0 as we see there. Two players, Jonathan Teo and Yannick Vero, blasts it over the crossbar. Again, power rather than precision, both the teams guilty.
Pierre Kyogong. Nandi keep the pressure. Ashley Lee. Mani McCoy, Ashley. The toe it didn't quite come well for them. AS Dragon come away. Stevie Chong Wei and Stevie caught offside. Alvin Pratap. And no sense of direction with that sort of cross. Kel Roche will start things again from the left side. Sylvian, Victor Snow. Pass not good. Played through by Shafim. As Vunidi Tikomai Merike. Floats it through, no one there. Shafim Baksh. And AS Dragon give away a corner kick, a throw-in. Short Arvind Pratap, Matthias Itoma, Ashley, and the final pass, poor Krishna Sami putting his foot a bit too high. And, referee from New Zealand, Matt Kanga. Look at it again. A trademark sort of things for the Nadi side in this tournament.
Just makes you cringe when you see those things. We've already had 2 players sent off from Nadi for those offences.
Trademark. Arvind Pratap. Rusi again giving away possession back to AS Dragon. Mikel Roche. Nearing the half-time mark here, just a minute and a half. We'll probably have some added time. Shafim. Bunidi Tikomai Merke. And Shafim trying to wriggle his way through. AS Dragon. To Ephraim. Ephraim plays it through. And the interesting thing about these players here is Napoleon Ingase Bakatini breaking through. Napoleon Ingase Bakatini and Mikel Roche with a great save. The interesting thing about these players is they don't work in any of the government departments. They're working for private companies, and the club gets them the job. They're earning as much as 150,000 francs, equivalent to about US 1,500 as they come back into attack. And referee saying that it's half-time here at Lautoka's Churchill Park, the sugar city of Fiji, and at the half-time mark, it is the AS Dragon side 1 as the referee Kanga, and Nadi 0.
Yeah, again, I was going to say there that Mikel Roche, he's safe from the likes of Iniesta and Xavi. Those kind of balls, he knows how to cut them out. He's done pretty well in this tournament so far, Mikel Roche, despite Dragon losing 2 games.
And we will have a look at the first half highlights. In the 5th minute of play, Nadi had the chance. Ngase Vakatini raced away, and his cross well taken by Mikel Roche. And in the 17th minute of play, AS Dragon. Mistake by Matiasi and Stevie Chongwei with that shot. And in the 27th minute of play, Nadi in an attack. They worked hard and Rusiate did well, but not in front of the goal mouth as he pulled it well and truly away. You don't get any better chance than that in the 29th minute of play. Intercepted again by Nadi, and Elimotama chases shot. Rather, Shafim Buck shot for the Nadi side. Then in the 32nd minute of play, good play by them, and Alvin Tehau beating the last line of the Nadi defense and Veretti Dixon to put them up with that lead. And in the 39th minute of play, again the AS Dragon side, Sylvian with that shot. Stopped well. He turned away well from his marker, Krishnasamy, and Verity Dixon with the power in the shot. And in the 41st minute of play, again, the AS Dragon side breaking through, and Yannick Vero slams it well and truly away from the goalkeeper, Verity Dixon. And that's the AS Piri side all having a suntan out here. And as the teams take a break, we'll take a break here from Lautoka's Churchill Park with the AS Dragon side from Tahiti leading by 1-0. We'll take a half-time break.
Defenders doing? Tackling each other, that's what. Well, Krishna, the first Fijian to play in a senior FIFA tournament.
And welcome back again to Lautoka's Churchill Park on a Monday afternoon here as we look across the hills from the Tatum Hills. Beautiful scenes here on a very beautiful afternoon here with very little crowd, but the two teams in front of us here to come back onto the pitch for the second half. We will also have highlights of as the officials of the AS Dragon side in the grandstand are happy with that. But we will go into the highlights of the match yesterday, the AS Magenta side versus Tafea.
Yeah, as we see Gordon, the first of the goals, Bertrand Kai makes a run. We cannot get enough of watching this one. Bertrand cuts inside the defender, cuts Barcelona, miscues it, but it was Phil Nichols there to place it. Look at it again. Bertrand Kai.
He's got lots of pace. You know, he's got round Lucien Engate, cuts it back, and then you think, here comes the finish. Wow, he was lucky. He knows it. But Phil Nichols knows it too, but
Yeah.
All's well that ends well.
And again, now we see he beats the offside trap just on the stroke of half time. This time he says, I'll do it again. Goes around the goalkeeper, places it with his left to make it 2-0.
Yeah, I thought Bertrand Kai might have actually taken this a little bit too far. That's a good touch, but this touch I thought maybe had taken him too wide, but he got it on target. And then Tafea came forward. They had an opportunity. The goalkeeper, well, he was going for the ball, but he took out his opponent, Dalong Damalit, and Boncalo's penalty was perfect. 2-1.
Boncalo has had a good game and a good tournament, finishing it off this afternoon with a goal to his name, and then a poor clearance in defense, and then again it was Pio Joka.
Ipate cuts back onto his right foot, slams it into the back of the net. This is a great finish. It was a very difficult opening game for Napate. He missed some really good chances in Magenta's first game, came on as a substitute when the pace had dropped off here, and there we saw that wonderful goal that he scored.
Yeah, and welcome back again to Lautoka's Churchill Park. An interesting second half that we will have also here, whether Nadi can come back fighting, but the AS Dragon side in the latter part of that first half here certainly were exploiting the poor Nadi defense.
Yeah, definitely the poor Nadi defense. As you mentioned, the trademark of Nadi in the first half is the finishing. But I think also the trademark in this tournament has been the lack of concentration and coordination amongst the defenders. And it is very interesting to see Dragon how they will approach the second half. As we said, this is the battle for the wooden spoon. None of the teams would want to finish at last. No points, no win, and having not scored one single goal.
That's the part that here as Fiji's representative, Nadi, the second team to represent Fiji, and the AS Dragon side also as the coach Kamal Swami and the manager Javed, trying to work out a plan that can counter to get a goal. And a pretty small crowd, a few Nadi fans on the screen, and the manager is sitting on the grandstand, Sami. Not with the team. So they look a bit disappointed, Nadi supporters, but one thing they can learn from this tournament here is they have gained some sort of experience, and the factor that they need to keep is their composure and the discipline on the field. That's an important area of play at this level in Oceania. The discipline factor on the field. If they can get their disciplines right, when the other Fiji side bar their discipline factor, they have been in this tournament many a times. They have qualified now for the semi-finals, which is a plus for the Fijian soccer fraternity. But they need this Nadi side need to keep their discipline on the field. Otherwise, they have got some good players. But when you look at the players that they have got to, their finishing has not been what their fans and their officials would have loved. Here's the technical officials here getting all the stats and working out what teams, what style of play that they did. And there certainly will be a report at the end of this tournament from these guys here. And Senor Longivo from Fiji. That's one of them in that team.
Yeah, the other thing, just before we get underway in the second half, is Konga about to come onto the field. There's a replacement for AS Dragon, and it is Sylvian who's gone off, and is coming on is another of the Teho brothers, Tianui Teho.
Tianui Teho, number 10.
Yeah, in place of number 17, Sylvian Gralia. And the other thing I was going to say is the 3 Nadi players who copped red cards in this tournament so far, not bringing back history for the Nadi fans, but Samuel Junju, Ratu Inyambani Valu and Urea Loki, they'll have a special Oceania Football Disciplinary Committee hearing, I believe next week, to decide on future actions against the 3. And Samuel Junju in particular was suspended for the remainder of the tournament after that.
And you look at Ba had to keep Osea Vakatalasa away from a incident in the previous tournament a year before, so he had to miss the opening match for Ba. So these things will continue. Nandi may feel that it is nothing to sort of worry about, but it is a worrying factor, because if Nandi do make it into the next one, these players, whatever the outcome is, Mikel Roche.
What a great moment it was for him last year when they played the Confeds Cup, Mikel Roche, and he played against Spain, the world champions, even though they lost badly. But what a brilliant, brilliant achievement for Tahiti and Pacific football.
Yeah, playing at that stage, at the stadiums that will be used for the World Cup this year. And it'll be Nandi that will do the honors in the second half here with a kickoff to the right of our screen. Rusiade Madararenga and Napoleon Ingase Vakatini.
How times change 1 year down the line, Raymond. So last year around this time, we were calling these two as the 2 best hotshots coming out of Fijian football.
And the Fijian word for Rusiade Madararenga at the moment is Tanganevo, new boy, just got married. So Nandi, what can they have in their firepower in the store for them in this second half? As Tianui Teho gets his first touch of the ball. So Vunidi, Tikomai Merike. Gase, Rusiate sneaking in. Gas is still there using the byline here, and Rainui Rua giving away a free kick. Krishna Sami for the Nandi side. So we're using Amani Mako in most of this. Krishna has a chat with the referee. Originally from Ba, with the Sami family that synonymous with the Ba side. His uncles. Krishna Sami, it's a poor looking cross, but it comes kindly for Amani McCoy. McCoy hustling away and towed away by Rainui. So Munidi, Tikomai Merike. Ashley Lee. Krishna Sami pushing forward the 2 central defenders. And they outnumbered as Ilimotama covers. Alvin Teho. And Tianui, rather it was Stevie Chongwei. Addison. Te Maroi with Pierre Kyogong and Mikhail Roche, the captain for the AS Dragon side. Rainui. Victor Snow lets it go back, lets it run for Mikhail again. Rainui Rua. Rainui gets us another chance at the throw. And Teoinui Tehao. Ephraim. Yannick Vero. And Stevie Chongwei. Yannick. Looking to flick it through, a cheeky little flick by Teoinui. Rusiade. Safim Baks. Krishnasamy. Final pass not good by Krishnasamy. AS Dragon. Yannick Varo. This pass is a poor pass also by Yannick and Stevie Chongwei. And looking at Stevie Chongwei's style is similar to for the Pires striker up front. Raymana, a natural left footer. And Stevie Chongwei. Does Nadi look to try and get that opening into the second half here? Gase Vakatini, the final pass, again intercepted. And it looks as if Nadi will have a substitution to go across. So it's quite hot out here this afternoon. And you can see the pace of the game slowing down a bit by the two sides here in the last pool match. The two sides are actually not advancing any further than this afternoon.
Rahul Krishna to come into the field of play for Nadi.
So, who they're gonna get out? Who's gonna pull out? Let Verity Dixon. Ilimotama. Bunidi Tikumai Merke. Covered by the Dragon side. Toy Maroi losing it as the Nadi side. Tikumai Merke. Amani McCoy for the Nadi side, drives and hits the side netting. So the substitution to take place.
Ashley Lee coming off for Nadi and Rahul Krishna to go into the field of play for Nadi. So his short-lived appearance in the OFC Champions League is over. Ashley Lee.
Number 3, Rahul Krishna.
Mikhail Roche. Matiasi Tomam going for that header. And Rahul Krishna putting a foot out. AS Dragon, Edison. Yannick Vero, Stevie Chongwei. Edison on the overlap, Edison. And stopped by Ilimotama, who started at center midfield, now has floated back to the sweeper's position. Safim Baksh. Ilimo again. Arvind Pratap looks for the switch and putting Bunidi under pressure. Plays it back for Verity Dixon. Rusi doesn't quite get the aerial, but loses possession as Mikhail Roche. Alvin coming back to Rainui Rua, finding their brother Teonui Tehau. Alvin back. Alvin Tehau. And Rainui Rua. Back to goalkeeper. Mikel starts things again. And it's interesting that the players are all bunching into the middle and nobody's in the each opponent's half in the attacking zone, and that's probably the heat that's taking its toll here on those players in the second half here. It's been a 3 strong pool matches as Stevie Tehau with that shot saved well by Verity Dixon. Arvin Partap, a poor pass. Yanek Veral. Yanek racing away. Yanek comes, the cross not good. Ilimo Thomas clearance is not good. AS Dragon. Ephraim. Vunidi. Amani McCoy. Pass not good. And Victor Snow back to his keeper. Working on that far side now with that for Stevie Chong Wei. Edison Lemari. To replacement Teonui Tehau. And what do you see? Toma will watch it go out of play. Verity Dixon. Nandi looking to build up from inside their own territory. Krishna Sami, Safim, Rahul Krishna, Vunidi overruns it, gets a second chance, cleared away, and unnecessary play by Vunidi Tigomai America. If you look at it, let's have a look at it. A yellow card. Went for the player rather than the ball. And that's been the discipline of this Nadi side with those sort of approach. 2 matches, 2 red cards.
3.
3 now.
They had 2 in the second game, 1 in the first game.
2 in the second game, that's right. 2 in the second, 3. And when you look at it in one tournament, they've got 3 red cards. And just on a lighter note, if you look at the red cards that Ba have had in the tournament, they've had 3, 2 to the players, 1 to their coach Yogen Dutt last year. So that's the 3rd red card. On a bit of a jovial note as far as Fiji teams are concerned.
We saw there in that moment Rahul Krishna how light he is, just got out-muscled by the AS Dragon defenders easily.
Krishna Sami, Vunidi, and Gase the flag stay down. Gase Vakatini now races away. Still Napoleon in Gase Vakatini with a chance. And they filtered away in the last moment as he tried to play it across. He would have done better if he took it on himself, as he could have turned away from the keeper. And a disappointed Vunidi Tikoma America, confirmation, his yellow card. The captain. So Alvin Tehau, Ephraim, and they kick it way back out.
I think the fatigue now is definitely evident in front of us. So with after 3rd game for both the teams under the scorching western heat.
Probably we'll have a look at that chance that was squandered by Gase Vakatini. So Mikel Roach starting things again. And AS Dragon, a lot of space to move on that far side. Ephraim. And he gets just the choices of placing the ball to the players, and they've got a lot of room as
Dragon about to bring in Jacques Teta Urira in place of number 20, Torea Marui.
So Maroi will go off. We will wait for the next out as Nadi come into attack. Gaseva Katini. And he wants to try one without any power in his shot. And to come in Shaquish.
Player number 20, Gloria Borrico. Player second, player number 6,
There.
Jacques Dejuria.
Darwirua. So the replacement on for the AS Dragon side. Mikel Roche to get things underway for them. That's the substitution confirmation. And Rainui Rua. And Chukwesh getting his first touch, and Ephraim. Again, still Ephraim, and chances he dazzled his way through inside the box. And the final finishing from Ephraim and Neda. Not there though. Have a look at it again. He did well, turned away, pulled it back again, and the shot a bit too far away from the goalmouth area, but he had created the chances. Lovely skills again, Ephraim. And Yannick Vero. Not Yannick. Addison gone on the overlap for the AS Dragon side. And
Nakima Gonerao about to come into the field of play for Nandi. He most likely replacing Vuni the Tiko America, who's been signaling to the bench that he's not comfortable with a slight injury that he's picked up.
as he's got a heavily strapped thigh. So all those months of training will come into an end for these two sides here as they go back into their domestic competition, back into their respective countries in Tahiti and Fiji. But Fiji with the Easter weekend coming up this weekend have their religious tournaments. So the Nadi side, Napoleon Ingase. Quick tap and headed away though by Pierre Kugong. Again up front, the two brothers trying to combine. And Nandi bring it away. Krishna Sami, a good looking ball. And Mikel Roche using his experience to come out. Did well. And Teonui. Ephraim. Rainui Rua. John still at a walking pace, we would say, into the second half here by the two sides here. It's pretty hot out here this afternoon. And the big match for this day here is the next match. The Amical side, as again they break through, following through, and the other brother who's just come in, Tia Nui Tehao, gets the second goal for the AS Dragon side. So the two brothers, as he sneaked away, turned away from Verity Dixon, and too easy for him to finish.
As they make another replacement, Dragon afraid to come off the field of play, and coming on is number 9 Samuel.
So it's 2-0 now. So in this heat, everybody's getting a game towards the end of their tournament.
So the first game, Nandi lost to Auckland City 3-0. Then they got hammered by Amical or slaughtered by Amical 6-0. And they are down 2-0 now. So Nandi up to this stage of the match in this game, the last game of this tournament, they have conceded 11 goals and scored none.
11 goals, and we look at the Kiwi side, 10.
They've conceded 10.
So
But Nandi doesn't make a difference because Ba have done Fiji.
Fiji the
Honours,
the
yeah.
honours. So that's where they've been pretty fortunate.
And Kiwi yet to play Solomon Warriors tomorrow.
So Nandi, at this stage of the game, we've gone on to the 60th minute mark. Still haven't opened their account or haven't cracked their egg in this tournament so far. Can they do that in this one with Shafim Baksh, Rusia de Madararenga, and Michelle Roche, and Amani McCoy? Tried to create something for himself. Leki Mangonera racing back. But you look at the chances that Nandi have created in the 3 games. They have only themselves to blame.
Yeah, they have had chances up until this match here, and the chances have gone to waste because they have not been able to convert those chances. They've fallen their way.
Again, the AS Dragon side come into attack. But I think when you're looking at AS Dragon side now, they're very much in control of this game now. Jaquish. Again, Yannick Vero. Edison on the overlap. It's interesting to see when you're looking at it from a perspective whereby the shape of the teams, I mean the stats that will be being done by the development people here. So look at that through pass again and the foul by Rahul, who said hasn't really done much since he's come on.
Yeah, and he fouls Stevie Chong Hoi. And another chance here for Dragon. They've got some dead ball specialists in this team, and they could, let's see what they conjure up here and what are they able to create out of this about some good 25 yards out from goal.
Nandi just getting most of them back in, down by 2 goals. And let's see what they will cook up here. Samuel, Neneme, Nene Yane. But it's Yannick Vero and Nenemek and Verity Dixon just getting a fingertip to it. So they gain a corner kick. The direction was good. So they will, when you look at from this perspective here, what has Nandi in store in the second half, that they're down by 2 goals to 0, and the AS Dragon side looking pretty comfortable with that lead also. As you said, it's a dead rubber match. Stalemate again, headed away by Alvin Tehau. So Verity will get things underway. So look at the corner kick again. Tehau in the thick of things. So AS Dragon side again, Teonui, Tehau, Samuel, and Alvin keeps it in. But the assistant referee had said it had gone out of play, so they will restart with a goal kick. Next year also, we believe that the format will be the same as we have seen over this a week and a half, when it ends tomorrow at one venue, then the semi-finals and finals. Gase Vakatini giving away a free kick. Samuel. And Mikel can hear his call. For him to take the kick, the captain. And headed away by Rahul Krishna. So Rainui Rua. Back. And waiting still, AS Dragon working their way onto the far side again. Edison. The Dragon side. Yannick. Black plate, Blackwell, and an easy tap in for the AS Dragon side as they built up from that far touch. Nadi defenders really not wanting to go and try and close him down.
Stevie Chong Hui gets the goal.
So we look at that again. Stevie has been trying in the first half. He had a shot that went away.
Alvin Tehao backheeled it to Stevie Chong Hui and he put it away 3-0. So Nandi's misery continues in this tournament. Let's take a 2-minute water break for both the teams. 3-0 scoreline with another 24 minutes left in this game, Raymond. It'll be very interesting to see, can Nandi hold on?
Well, a 3-0 scoreline has been the call of the day from their first game. And in the second game, a 6-0 thumping. And here against an AS Dragon side that they started so well into the first half, missing so many chances. But the Dragon side in this heat here has done well, because when you look at it, the Dragon side don't really play in this sort of heat back in Tahiti. Nandi do play in this sort of heat, but they have not taken advantage of the heat itself.
Yeah, they've been outplayed. They've been outplayed in all facets of the game in their 3 games so far. But again, hopefully they take this on board, learn from it, go back, work hard, and they come back. If they do qualify next season, it'll be very interesting to see how much experience that helps them next year. But maybe they will also need to look at getting in the best players. You look at teams from all around the Pacific, including Bar, that have really strengthened their teams for the OFC Champions League. As Moise Poida makes his way to the grandstand, getting ready to watch the Amical versus Auckland City game. Tafea boys supporting Amical this afternoon.
Well, it's all about patriot, supporting your own country.
And again, he must be looking at a few of the under-20 boys in all the different teams, because his Vanuatu under-20 team will be here next month.
The under-20 championship. So the water break is finished as Stevie Chong Wei, the goal scorer, walks away.
So Ben Amino conceded 9 goals, and Veretti in his first start has conceded 3 goals. Some interesting stats if you are a stats person.
The goalkeepers.
And we know that the Bar team officials are very good in their stats, particularly President Rishi Kumar.
So here's Dragon side. The teams do all move away after tomorrow, and of course it's looking at listening to their flight schedules that they're trying to get back home after that, after this tournament here, and then a week's break, and towards the end of the month they come back for the semi-finals on a home and away basis. So we Leki Mangonera in the way, Te Nui Te Hau. The Nadi side. Well, when you're looking at it with the attempts that they've made in the first half and the second half, really there haven't been much of a threat after that with the chances, as the AS Dragon side again, Alvin Tehau wins it and played it through, and Tehau not at all happy with that challenge. He's okay though. Nadi. Looking to at least as Amani McCoy turns away. Still Amani McCoy. Rusia de Mararenga is still slow again as they slam it across the face. Arvind Pratap.
But it was a foul by Rusiate before that, so it wouldn't have counted even if it would have gone in.
And it'll be interesting because when you look at it from a perspective of a coach, the player that has, in actual fact, has not done well as him and still kept him on the field of play. And we do have that problem in Fiji where players do not want to be substituted, overruling the coaches in the process. But his performance here certainly has not been good. So here's Dragon side. Napoleon Ingase with a wild kick, but played back to goalkeeper Veretti Dixon. Addison. And this is the first sort of tournament for Fiji, and it's been a long time since we've had overseas teams come here, and it's unfortunate that they have not come out here in numbers to watch the game, but have had this coverage over the television. But the learning curve here would be to see different styles of play from different teams, and teams that have made it into different stages into the world football, as Teonoi Jihau, Auckland City, to the club championship, World Club Championship, the Tahitian teams here, the Confederation Cup, the beach football, the World Cup of beach football, the Solomon teams. Quite a few of them have made it to the
Beach and futsal.
Beach and futsal, the World Cups that we've seen, as Chongwei to Teoniao Tihau. No, when you look at that sort of clearance by Elimo Tamachesi, I think the interest is not there in this Nadi side here, where we still got another 19 or so minutes left.
It'll be very interesting how do they regroup for the domestic league that will start in Fiji sometime in May. It'll be very, very interesting because there are a number of other teams who would have seen this and would be licking their lips with anticipation of playing next year in the OFC Champions League, and it'll be very interesting on the top of the table. At the moment, Nadi, Ba, Lambasa, Suva are some of the teams in contention.
Yeah, and if they do qualify, they would have time with the next transfer window to build on their teams also if they do qualify. There's 2 more transfer windows here in Fiji.
Yeah, with Oceania's transfer window same, it'll be very interesting. And at the same time, at the moment, if you we'll just give some background details in Fijian football, Suva, which is not even featuring in this competition, have never played, are leading the league, and Nadi, the team in front of us, is second on the table at the moment.
And Ba have yet to catch up on the number of games to be equal in the league itself. And they drive again, driven by Samuel Nan. Nadi, Rahul Krishna. And again they lose possession. That's just been the story of their day today. As AS Dragon side come out into attack again. Alvin Tehau. Yanek Vero. Addison on the overlap for the AS Dragon side. Still, Nadi can't quite, and a little cheeky little pass, the flag stay down, and Alvin to Jacquish. And in the 73rd minute of play, that the score would be accredited to Jacquish.
Again, the Nadi defenders, again, making that basic blunder, catching the one player offside who did not get involved in the play. Alvin Tehau broke that defense because he had come in from an onside position and set it up for his fellow player. 4-0 to AS Dragon. Nadi players still not sure as to how that goal went in. But again, the defense of Nadi is the culprit for such a big loss that they've had in the 3 games thus far.
Well, the enthusiasm was not it was evident now a while ago when we were talking about it, that was not in them here. And again, lazy play by the Nadi side allowed the AS Dragon side to come through on that occasion. And they but AS Dragon, you got to give it to them. That's deserving for them. They want to go away with a win in this tournament, and they are not far away from that, about 15 minutes approximately away from that win and 3 points in this pool here. But the fact that a lot of these teams will go back away from this tournament here, realizing the magnitude that it is getting to slowly.
6 and 4, 10 and 3, 13 goals conceded so far. None scored.
Well, they'll probably be singing the nursery rhyme, Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Had a great big fall and the egg could crack, but that still hasn't come.
Look at the body language of the Nadi players. You can tell they're just waiting for the final whistle, but 15 minutes before they hear that.
As the Amical side make their way towards the final stages of this game here. Certainly a very disciplined side, I believe.
Yeah, they'll have a fiery encounter with Auckland City this afternoon.
Amani McCoy for the Nadi side. With that, the free kick. Drives, and it's all season that he's been, this season he's been doing it. His free kicks have not come like he's known for his trademark free kicks. And the shot in caught offside. And even with that chance, kicked out of play by Rusia de Madararenga. So no leadership also on the side, the Nadi side. AS Dragon side. Krishnasamy for Ilimotama Chese. Chese. Napoleon in Rusia de Madararenga. Shafim Bucks. Lekima Ngonerao for the Nadi side. Ngonerao cuts it back infield, but covered well by Yannick Vero. Samuel. Stopped by Lekima Ngonerao. Samuel. No one wanting it from the orange jerseys here in that occasion as they let it run for goalkeeper Verity Dixon. To be ready. And Krishna Matiasi Toma to Napoleon Ingase Vakatini. Rahul. Shafim Baksh. And they will look for that long through pass. No Nadi players wanting it. As Dragon says, thank you. I'll take it and move on into your territory. Matiasi covers. I believe the Fiji under 20 side also fly out to New Zealand to play matches in their build-up match for the under 20 championship, and I believe also they're having a chance 3 match against the New Zealand under 20 side.
Yeah, the New Zealand under 20s are already qualified for the World Cup as a virtue of being hosts. So it'll be interesting for Fiji. At least they will be playing some internationals before the tournament, because it will not be an easy tournament even though New Zealand is not there, because Solomons, Vanuatu, New Caledonia, etc. are all coming to Fiji in a quest to play in the first ever World Cup for football.
And they have a match also against the Wellington Phoenix Academy side, I believe.
There are talks in progress for that one. And Auckland City, Waitakere.
When these two teams go back. So AS Dragon, they fouled by Gase Vakatini. So Yannick. So have a look at that again. And Zekwesh, the third goal scorer, getting fouled. Intercepted again by Dragon and Varro. His shot was at Zekwesh. No, Varro, Yannick Varro. Just the, you can see the last line of defense by Ilimo Tamatese trying to get them offside, but it hasn't been working as Yannick Varro. Back across and to goalkeeper. Pierre Kyugong. And the Fiji player can't stop it as he overruns it. Arvind Pratap apologizes for that.
He has drawn a foul because he had gone in hard and gives away a free kick. Apologizes to Konga.
So we're on 9 minutes or so left in this game here. The scoreboard says it all. Dragon 4, AS Dragon from Tahiti 4, and Nadi from Fiji 0.
Nelson Saleh Khalifa, one of the most impressive defenders in this tournament, makes his way to the grandstand.
Yeah, it'd be interesting also to have a Oceania team picked here from this tournament, also the best. Those that have stood out. That's Nadi. Just not their afternoon today. There's Yannick Varro for the AS Dragon side. To Alvin Tehau. Alvin turns.
Penalty.
And a penalty. Gets brought down by Matiasi Toma.
He just cut away from the Nadi defense. As we watch it on the replay, he cuts in, and Matiasi just from behind, or
Push from Arvind Pratap, push from him.
And that boot not going very well there in the final moments. Nadi players need to be well disciplined to play at this level, and it is something the coaching staff will need to work on going forward.
Well, it is not a baptism of fire, whichever words that flowery words you want to use here, but Yannick Varro to take the penalty kick as the referee talks to Verity Dixon, because they have been in the tournament, but it is about discipline and of the game that they will go back and learn. Yannick for the AS Dragon side. Yannick takes his mark and makes it 4 goals to 0. 5 goals to 0. The fifth, yeah. 5 goals to 0. It was 4 already, and to the fifth makes that count. Jacquish was the 4th goal. So a disappointing outing from Nandi's point of view.
Yeah, but you got to give it to Dragon because they came into this game having lost 2 games as well. But Dragon have played brilliantly in this game and they've punished Nandi, going out with the tournament with a 5-0 win. Well, they kept the whole coaching staff and the players will be very happy as they could get a 6th here.
6th here again, and they almost, it hits the post, gets a second chance, deflects off a Nandi defender. Well, when you think about it, everyone thought Kiwi would be a whipping team. It's Nandi that has turned out that way. Almost equaling what Amical gave them.
You see that replay there off the post and then the rebound shot not working.
A lot of lessons to be learned for the teams that have not done well in this tournament here. Preparation, mental preparation is also very important, and the discipline on the field is very important for teams. The approach has to be important by the teams. It has to be in a professional manner, not just making the numbers in the tournament. Throw in again. Mani McCoy. And Ngase gets a throw. Likima. Rahul. And Rahul loses it also. Alvin. Cross. Addison on the overlap.
Penalty.
Penalty, as Krishnasamy says no. So in the 85th minute, let's have a look at it. And Krishna tripping him, saying no.
Spot on decision by Matt Conga.
It was tripping very well shown there. And Stevie Chong Wei. To take the kick for the AS Dragon side.
The Dragon players already in a jubilant mood rather. They look to the grandstand, point to Stevie Chong Hoi taking the kick and smiling away.
And it hits the post and misses, and he gets a second chance and another save by Verity Dixon. And Verity taps it out of play. So they missed the half dozen mark to equal amicable as we look at the penalty shot saved. The second one again saved. Came and Verity tapping it away. Stevie Chong Wei will not be happy with that shot up by himself in the penalty. Corner kick. AS Dragon, and everyone sort of mistimes it as it's gone away. Rusia de Mararenga now back in defense. Coming to help out, but a bit too late, I would say. Fim. Mani McCoy. And they're not going to get that pass at Mikhail Roche. Nadi on to Samuel. Tia Onui Tehao. Ilimota Machese. Clearance not good. Krishnasamy gets the chance of weight, and Leki Mangonera, Matiasi Toma. They were a penalty earlier on, but it was, when we saw the replay, was Arvind Pratap. Mikhail Roche getting into this late stages of this game where AS Dragon has sealed the 3 points for themselves in this game here. Edison still wanting to get another one, the AS Dragon side. And the shot coming through by Teonui Tehao. In quickly, and the first timer. So with less than a minute left, the referee also gives the signal to his fourth official.
2 minutes of added time coming up.
2 minutes of added time coming up. Alvin. On to Teonui. Retty Dixon courageously diving at their feet. The referee saying no, it's his call.
Yeah, I think he saw the score line and it was all over, so he just called it off at 90. But yeah, a great win for AS Dragon, 5-0. Nadi back to the blackboards. They need to do a lot of hard work, a lot of soul searching. AS Dragon happy with this 5-0 win, going back to Tahiti in their last pool encounter. And it will be very, very interesting now to see what transpires within Nadi as they head for the domestic league and AS Dragon back to Tahiti.
Yeah, the referee for this match leading his officials out here. It has been an afternoon whereby AS Dragon have shown the Nadi side that this tournament is not what it is they expected. It is on a bigger stage, and the final score here, AS Dragon 5 and Nadi 0. We'll be going down shortly for the interviews. As we look at the highlights in the 58th minute. AS Dragon and waiting, this turned away, shot coming through, missed by in the first half by Ifrain. He pulled it back well, Ifrain, and away in the 60th minute to Teanui, the replacement. Tehau, his brother had got the earlier goal in the first half. And the replacement, Teanui Tehau, getting the second. Then in the 61st minute of play, Nadi did come in. They just couldn't finish. Finishing not there for them this afternoon. Rusiate with that cross. Mikel not able to hold on to it. Amani McCoy hustled for it. And in the 66th minute of play, Stevie Chong Wei has been trying all afternoon here. Gets onto the score sheet, getting the third. Then in the 73rd minute, Nadi players waiting. And Tihau gives it to Sekwesh. He gets that fourth goal for the AS Dragon side. Nadi really having no answer. In the 82nd minute of play, and Arvin Parchap brings down Alvin Tehau. And Yannick Vero not making any mistakes to put them up by. And in the 85th minute of play, another penalty. And Chong-Wei, Stevie Chong-Wei, the save. And we're ready to Dixon step. As we go back down, we're joined by Jackie with our interviews down at the baseline.
Ludovic, félicitations. Bonne façon de finir ce tournoi.
Ouais, l'important c'était de bien finir, de ne pas repartir bredouille des Fidji. On voulait absolument marquer des buts et finir sur une note positive. Maintenant, le plus incroyable dans cette compétition, c'est de jouer à 1h de l'après-midi dans de telles conditions. Alors, je pense que si j'ai un coup de gueule à pousser, c'est les conditions déplorables dans lesquelles la condition se déroule. On a un terrain qui est de qualité, on a un stade vide et il fait 35 degrés. Donc on voit des matchs de pauvre qualité alors qu'on pourrait avoir beaucoup mieux, quoi.
Deuxième entrée dans ce tournoi. Est-ce que vous êtes là l'année prochaine?
Donc, il faudra gagner le championnat l'an prochain pour que l'AS Dragon revienne en Haut League. Effectivement, c'était notre deuxième saison. Cette année, on avait des ambitions parce qu'on avait quand même marqué les esprits l'an dernier. Malheureusement, on est tombé dans une poule compliquée. On a joué nos 3 matchs à 13h dans des conditions incroyables. Donc voilà, c'est une grosse déception parce qu'on avait des ambitions. Dragon faisait peur à beaucoup de monde, mais aujourd'hui, on se rend compte qu'on n'a pas été à la hauteur sur les 2 premiers matchs pour différentes raisons. Et aujourd'hui, on a quelques regrets, quoi.
Merci Ludovic.
That's the AS Dragon coach giving, and we will have the Nadi coach, Kamal Swami, as we joined by Jackie again.
Kamal, not a great return to the Champions League for your side, but have you enjoyed the experience?
I think the boys enjoyed and they know how much they need to do to be in this whole league. And I think in in future, I think they will be much more focused so that they can perform well.
Are you hoping to be back next year? And if you are back, will you approach it perhaps a little differently?
Yeah, we need some more players in positions like we lacked experience, and then most of the teams are bringing overseas players, the experienced players. So if association wants to compete in our league, they need players, and then these players will also get the experience of what has happened this year. So it will always improve them. And as you know, Rome was not built in one day, so we can always improve in the next our league competition.
Thank you, Kamal.
Well, that's our words that they will go back and they've got a good lesson out here. And then, as the word said, Rome was not built in a day. And it has been, as I said, a pleasure bringing you this coverage here with the compliments of Courts, Sports World, and Vodafone. And till in an hour's time, approximately hour's time, you'll be joined again for the Amical versus the Auckland City match. Till then, I'm Raymond Stoddart.